going on, Jerome's? So the Minnesota Vikings have the best wide receiver in the National Football League in Justin friggin' Jefferson, as well as pretty damn good number 2 in Jordan Addison. It's not Batman and Robin, it's Batman and Batman. It's, well, I was going to say Jordan and Pippen. That's pretty good. We'll take that. But the Minnesota Vikings reportedly, allegedly, according to Bill Barnwell of ESPN, thinks that they should add one more. You think we need one more? We can add one more. Let's add one more. So Bill Barnwell suggests in his post-NFL draft trade signings that should happen 10 deals that the Vikings should add a former Raiders/Clemson slot receiver Hunter Renfrow. This is what he wrote. Let's hit a series of wide receiver moves, beginning with a player who has fallen badly out of favor over the past 2 seasons. Renfrow emerged as a valuable option out of the slot for the Raiders in 2021, but after signing an extension, injuries and addition of Jakobi Meyers marginalized his spot in the lineup. After racking up 1038 yards and 9 touchdowns in 2021, he totaled 585 receiving yards and 2 scores combined over the past 2 seasons. The Raiders unsurprisingly cut Renfrow after the season. I would expect him to land much more than a 1-year deal for I wouldn't expect him to land more than a 1-year deal for just over minimum at this point for agency. But at that price tag, taking a flyer on the 28-year-old seems like a reasoned move. Is it reasoned or reasonable? Either way. He also returned punts during his time with Vegas, which could help in the 4th or 5th wideouts on game day. What about the Vikings? They're set atop the depth chart with Justin friggin' Jefferson, Jordan Addison, but KJ Osborne joined the Patriots, and top tight end TJ Hawkinson is coming off torn ACL. The Vikings brought in Trent Sherfield this offseason and could expand Brandon Powell's role, but Renfrow has a much more productive season in his recent past than either player has had at any point during their respective careers. Renfrow would probably be competing with Powell for that third wideout punt return role in Minnesota, a battle he could win if given the opportunity. And Renfrow, so you remember him, Johnny Tryhard from back in the day, Bullsworth winner for the best college walk-on from back in the day, 2-time Natty winner back at Clemson. But like I said, he is only 28. And he's 5'10", a $185. Ended up being a 5th-round pick by the Raiders in 2019. Bust-out season was that 2021 year. 103 receptions, 1,038 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns, 128 targets. He made the Pro Bowl. It's crazy. Then he got that 2-year, $32 million extension before the 2022 season. And then, got dinged up, and, like Barnwell said, Jakobi Meyers came in and just sort of, he didn't really have a role for him. And it seems like Hunter Renfrow was on the trade block for basically the last 2 years, but ultimately the Raiders decided to cut him. But he can still bring a little something. Like, he is a slot machine. He does have sure hands underneath. He's not a size or speed merchant, but he can get open, and when he doesn't, he is very decent in contested catch spots. He is a clean route runner, and he could be that nice security blanket underneath, especially if Hawkinson does start out the season a little bit slower. And he is an adept punt returner as well, career 9.7 yards per return. Now, I am pretty bullish on Brandon Powell, and it's clear that Kevin O'Connell and company do like him. But, Powell, I would say Powell's a little bit more gadgety of a player, where Renfrow is more of a traditional, underneath route runner from the slot. And I think that there could be a role for both. I mean, Sherfield is a wild card as well. And plus, N'Keal Harry. JJ needs a tall receiver. Plus, if Jalen Naylor could stay healthy, maybe there can be something there. Maybe Tristan Jackson can expand his role. Thayer Thomas and Malik Knowles. Kevin O'Connell gave them shout-outs at rookie minicamp, so maybe they can encroach in there too. But in terms of just adding a veteran body who's not going to cost you a ton, as well as he could certainly fill a couple of roles in this offense. And if you're Renfrow, I mean, you're looking for some career rehab. The Vikings is a great place to do it because, yes, I mean, there are some interesting names on this wide receiver depth chart, but behind Addison and Jefferson, who's really set in stone. So it could be a great spot in a pass-first offense. Yes, your quarterback is going to be up in the air, but what if Darnold's a nail driver? What if McCarthy is a pipe hitter? It could be a great spot for him as well. And it could be a spot, too, where Powell, Renfrow, Sherfield, and others each have their individual roles behind Jefferson and Addison. So I think it could and ultimately be the best of both worlds for the Vikings as well as for Hunter Renfrow as he looks to get a 1-year prove-it deal and get back in the saddle. So there you go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Bill Barnwell says the Vikings should sign Hunter Renfrow. Former Pro Bowl wide receiver Hunter Renfrow. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.